Can you imagine what life would be like without credit today? Credit makes the world go round. It makes it possible for us to buy our homes, cars, furniture, and many other essentials. That's why millions of Americans have already logged on to freecreditreport.com.
I was amazed at how fast and easy it was to get my own credit report, and it was free.
Just a few clicks, and there it is. I instantly see what's in my credit report, who put it there, and who's been looking at it.
Staying on top of my credit can help me save a lot of money.
Staying on top of my credit helped me get the lowest interest rate on my car loan.
Now, before I apply for credit, I know exactly what's in my report.
Why wait when you can instantly see your credit report online, free?
Now you can have that confident feeling of knowing you're on top of your credit. Log on now to freecreditreport.com. It's fast and it's free. Take charge of your credit and take charge of your future. Log on now. freecreditreport.com.
We're on a low-carb diet.
But how do we know if we're really burning fat?
Use Thin's Metabostics one-step fat metabolism test strips. You'll see almost instantly if you're metabolizing fat and winning on your low-carb diet. Thin's Metabostics, the one-step fat metabolism test.
My name is Mary. I'm an adult survivor of childhood sexual abuse. My grandpa sexually molested me continuously until I was the age of 13.
My father was a pedophile and a ruthless abuser of myself and other children.
It happened to me when I was 8.
When I was 3 years old.
Happened to me when I was 12.
Even if it happened years ago, the pain still exists, but it can be lightened.
When I was 4.
When I was 7.
Visit darknesstolight.org or call us. We'll help you get from darkness to light.
CNN tomorrow, U.S. troops staying in Iraq longer than expected. Hear the dramatic story of 2 families whose loved ones were about to go home and then told they'd remain in Baghdad. Plus, Howard Dean joins us live. Trust American Morning, 7 Eastern.
And welcome back. President Bush's college fan base apparently is slipping. A new poll by Harvard University finds John Kerry holds a 10-point lead over the president among the college set. Senator Kerry leads Bush 48 to 38%. Ralph Nader has 5%. But support for Kerry is soft. 37% of those polled say they don't know enough about Kerry to have formed an opinion about him, or they don't even recognize his name. And here to talk a little bit more about the potential impact of the youth vote this fall is political contributor Janine Cota. Janine, always good seeing you.
Hello, Mike.
Well, let's talk about these numbers. 48-38, 10 points, sizable margin there. But what are we talking about numbers-wise? How huge could this be for either John Kerry or George Bush?
Well, Mike, the poll is pretty significant for a few reasons, and it's not just about which candidate has the upper hand here. If you look back to 2000, the fact that we had 27 million eligible voters between 18 and 24 years old and less than 10 million made it to the polls, that's saying something. It's saying that young people back then were disengaged, disinterested, or disgusted with the process, and now you have an opportunity for these candidates to really reach out and address their concerns.
And we're expecting what percentage this go around? Over 80%, is that right?
Yeah, the goal is to get well over 80%, I should say, and it could be very feasible, not just because of the efforts of both campaigns, but to other organizations like Voter.org, YouthVote.org, and Rock the Vote. Those types of organizations are playing a very important role in voter registration as well.
It could be huge for both candidates. When we look at this kind of a poll, what issues are driving these numbers? What is important to the young voter?
Well, you know, this poll covered many issues. I'll mention a couple of them. The first, the war in Iraq. The support for the war in Iraq has really gone down quite a bit, from 58 to 49% in just a few months. So the fact that most of the people dying over there, I guess, between 18 and 30 years old, that makes some sense. Also, the economy. Young people are not only afraid that they can't afford to get into college, they're afraid they can't afford to get out of college, because how do they pay off those student loans if 2/3 of them feel that they probably won't have a job waiting for them when they graduate?
Let's talk about, I thought it was interesting, the soft support for John Kerry, kind of telling that 37% either don't know enough about him, didn't know his name. Is there an opening for President Bush? What can he say or do to garner some of that soft support and have it go his way?
You know, there's definitely a chance to get in there and woo some of those voters. And one of those facts actually is from the poll. the fact that 41% of those surveyed identify themselves as independent. So that's saying that there's a lot of room for persuasion there. The fact is that the Bush-Cheney campaign have been at their efforts for several months, even though Kerry kicked off his efforts this week. And they've already got 42,000 plus volunteers online that have, committed themselves to actively campaigning for the president. So, definitely Bush still has several months left where he can he can win them over still.
And a lot of numbers, there are a lot of young voters coming out this time. Good to see. All right, Janine Cota, always good talking to you, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Mike.
I'm Steve Overmyer with sports. How would baseball be different without Jackie Robinson? Maybe we wouldn't have been able to see Willie Mays' basket catches or Hank Aaron challenge Babe Ruth. But on this day, 1947, Robinson did begin his major league career. That's why baseball is celebrating April 15th as Jackie Robinson Day, a day to remember the man who broke the color barrier in baseball. Robinson went 0 for 3 in that game in 1947, but his impact was immeasurable and clearly is still being felt today. To the games, the Cubs, the Pirates, Sammy Sosa at the plates. And Sammy Sosa sometimes doesn't hit home runs, but still can bring guys in. Corey Patterson would score on this ball that ramps all the way to the wall against the Pirates. The Cubs take it 10-5. Pirates pitcher Josh Fogg, by the way, gave up 4 home runs, none of them to Sammy. Well, on Sunday, some fans in Montreal booed the American national anthem. So what happened when Montreal came to Boston? Listen to how Boston fans reacted to the Canadian national anthem. They cheered so loudly it drowned out the singer. To the game, the Bruins, the Habs. How about that? Yannick Perreault scoring on the wrister. The Bruins, by the way, went 0 for 4 on the power play. Not a good game for them. The Canadiens, though, on the attack, it's Alexei Kovalev once again beating Andrew Raycroft. This guy just has Raycroft's numbers. 4th goal of the series. Habs win 5-1. Bruins still lead that series 3-2. Well, another legacy, or I should say a legendary Chicago Bull, could be hanging up the sneakers. Scottie Pippen says this is probably his final year in the NBA, but he doesn't want to make it 100% commitment to that just in case he might want to make a comeback, a la his buddy Michael Jordan, which I think he will be teamed with pretty much through history.
Well, let's play a little bit. Let's say this is it for him. How will he be remembered? He is one of the 50 greatest.
He's one of the 50 greatest, and in his 17 years, his team hadn't made this was the only year his team hadn't made the playoffs. A great defender. The problem is he was teammates of Michael Jordan. He will always be remembered as the Robin. Yeah, he's going to turn 39 in September, so he's up there in age. But the thing is, he will always be remembered as the Robin to Batman
exactly.
Basically. Mm-hmm. And as good as he is, as great as defender as he is, he was still the 5th pick overall in 1987.
Hey, Robin's not so bad.
No. Michael never won a title without him.
Exactly.
So
6 NBA titles together. So.
All right. Thanks, Steve.
Sure.
PS2 fans, the latest installment in iToy games is out.
Coming up, Erica Hill gives us a preview in our Hotwired segment. Stay with us.
Interested in earning free award travel?
Sure.
Think you don't fly enough to get it?
Yes.
Think miles are only good on one airline?
Yes.
Think again. Every day, more people fly to more places with free award travel.
How? It's easy. With the Citibank Advantage World MasterCard.
Call now to request your card, and you could get 1 mile for every $1 you spend on purchases. Use your miles on over 25 top airlines in the Advantage program. And now your miles never expire when you make a purchase with your card once every 3 years. Plus, you'll get 10,000 bonus miles. Sound good?
Yes.
You'll earn miles on everyday purchases. And with no preset spending limit, you'll have the spending power you want. Call now to request your card. You could get 10,000 bonus miles, and you could start using your miles to fly on American Airlines or over 25 top airlines in the Advantage program. Drive with major car rental companies and stay at the finest hotels, all with the miles you get by using your Citi Advantage card. Call about getting your Citi Advantage card and 10,000 bonus miles.
CNN tomorrow. Judy Woodruff's Inside Politics, a full hour with the latest on the 2004 race to the White House. Watch Judy Woodruff's Inside Politics. CNN tomorrow, 3:30 Eastern.
I'm Anderson Cooper. Tomorrow on 360, how far will some states go to crack down on what they call indecency? You might be surprised. Part of our special series, Indecent Crackdown. Plus, all the day's top stories, all the angles. Trust 360 tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern.
CNN Saturday. Nick Robertson takes you inside the different lives of 6 Iraqis. Hope and fear. Journeys in the new Iraq. A special CNN Presents Saturday.
Senior legal analyst Jeffrey Tubin.
This case perhaps...
Tough cases.
You're a prosecutor and people...
Complete analysis.
The judge is going to...
Watch him on CNN's American Morning and Paul is on now.
Our control room hard at work there. Welcome back to Headline News Tonight.
Time now to check the day's top stories for you. The CIA says a new audio tape reportedly from Osama Bin Laden appears to be the real deal. In the tape, the speaker offers an olive branch of swords to European nations. Several leaders have already rejected the proposed truce.
Italy's prime minister says he's not pulling his troops from Iraq despite the execution of an Italian security guard. 3 other Italians are still being held hostage.
Well, Senator John Kerry carries on with his tour of college campuses. A new poll is out showing college students prefer the Democrat over President Bush. The Harvard survey shows Kerry leading by 10 points, 48% to 38%.
A recent announcement by the Pope has left Catholic hospitals in a catch-22, putting the Vatican and some hospital patients at odds. In a recent talk, the Pope equated withdrawing feeding tubes from patients to euthanasia by omission. Despite his words, hospital officials are planning to honor living wills following guidelines outlined by the U.S. Conference on Catholic bishops. Now, as long as the patient's wishes do not conflict with Catholic moral teachings, the hospitals are allowed to follow directions by people who don't want life-prolonging medical treatments.
Well, the governor of Massachusetts is trying his best to stop same-sex marriages from becoming legal there next month. Governor Mitt Romney will seek emergency legislation to appoint a special counsel that would ask the Commonwealth's High Court to delay its ruling on gay marriage. Last month, the state attorney general rejected Romney's request to seek a stay. Romney hopes to appoint a retired state judge as the special counsel. The judge has called the High Court ruling, quote, abominable.
I'm Erica Hill. The latest installment of iToy Games is out, and if you don't know what the iToy is, well, you're about to find out. Joining us from San Francisco is Jennifer Sau. She is managing editor of Electronic Gaming Monthly. Great to have you back with us.
Great to be back, Erica.
iToy is actually an attachment for your PS2, and so far, all the games that are associated with it have been a huge hit. The latest one, iToy Groove, comes out at the end of April. Tell us a little bit about Groove.
Well, Groove is slightly different from the first installment because it features actual licensed songs, so you'll hear real songs from everyone from Madonna to Elvis, and they're the real songs. So you play along dancing, you'll see moves appear on the screen, and you have to imitate them, and it's a lot of fun.
How is this different from something, though, like Dance Dance Revolution?
The main difference is that you actually see yourself on television. Dance Dance Revolution is great. You can see whether you did the steps all right on screen, but here the iToy actually takes your image and projects it on your own television set. It also takes videos of you dancing while you're doing the songs and then replays them, and that will crack everyone in the room up.
And you were telling me earlier before we went on air that even when you mess up with this game, you can't really mess up.
I mean, part of the fun of games like this is multiplayer, which means you have a couple people in the living room and they're watching you do it, and it's almost fun to see the game cut you off because you couldn't do all the moves, you couldn't follow along fast enough, or you got too tired. I mean, if you have a sense of humor, even if you don't, this will make you.
It sounds like a perfect game, too, for families. Jennifer, always good to have you with us, and thanks for cluing us into iToy Groove.
Thanks, Erica.
Jennifer Sau is managing editor of Electronic Gaming Monthly. I'm Erica Hill. That's going to do it for Big Video Game Hunting this week.
Well, there's a stand-up going on in one city over whether burger icon Big Boy should have to move his buns. The double-decker debate after the break. Nice writing.
Also ahead, former governor and pro wrestler Jesse Ventura is thinking about stepping back into the ring, the political ring, that is. Details when we come back.
Buffett, the billionaire nicknamed the Oracle of Omaha, is also known for his folksy style and love of Coca-Cola. In 2003, Forbes magazine named him the second richest man in the world. And through his company, Berkshire Hathaway, he controls one of the most liquid sources of capital on earth. But his approach is simple. Some even call it quaint.
If I find a business that I understand that's selling for less than it's worth, I'll buy it.
In the late 80s, critics said he was losing his touch when he stayed away from technology stocks. But when the dot-com bubble burst, Buffett was still standing. This year, Buffett entered the political arena, serving as Arnold Schwarzenegger's economic advisor in the California governor's race. And at 73, the man dubbed greatest investor of all time isn't slowing down. He's still looking for his next lucrative deal and doing things in his own unique way.
Can a robotic vacuum really change your life?
You've seen the commercial for Roomba Robotic Floor Vac, the robotic vacuum that cleans with the push of a button. Now, here's the story behind Roomba that will really amaze you. Roomba was created by iRobot, the world leader in advanced robotics. Just 3.5 inches high and 13 inches round, Roomba is a powerful robotic vacuum that really cleans. It runs on a rechargeable battery and covers up to 3 rooms on a single charge. As you're about to see, Roomba cleans better in a single pass than conventional uprights costing twice as much. It's hard to believe what Roomba can do until you see for yourself. Roomba picks up dirt, dust, pet hair, crumbs, and more. It works on all common floor surfaces and adjusts automatically to handle almost anything. It's true. Roomba cleans better than conventional vacuums costing twice as much. Once you see Roomba in action, you understand just how effective it is. Try Roomba today, risk-free. It's only $199.99. Satisfaction is guaranteed or your money back. Order today. You'll also receive free shipping and handling. Roomba's unique navigation pattern and 3-stage cleaning system picks up almost anything. Dirt is deposited in a bagless bin that holds an entire room full of debris. Roomba goes all the places your regular vacuum can't. And because Roomba is an intelligent floor vac, it knows where to go and where not to. Finally, a smart vacuum that is powerful, efficient, and independent. Roomba Robotic Floor Vac will change the way you clean forever. Join the hundreds of thousands of satisfied Roomba owners who have discovered the smarter way to clean. Call 1-800-321.
This is a Northwest News Channel 8 cable update.
Hello, I'm Joe Donlin. Here's a look at some of the local news we're covering here at Northwest News Channel 8. Portland's aerial tram is one step closer to reality. Last night, architects unveiled the final plans of what the tram will look like. Here's News Channel 8's Nicole Dahl.
There's going to be a pedestrian bridge. A first look at the final design for Portland's aerial tram, a controversial project that would connect the OHSU campus with the South Waterfront. Thursday night, architects unveiled their vision for the tram, an open, airy design that also includes a pedestrian bridge. The tram would carry an estimated 5,000 to 7,000 passengers a day, and proponents call it the catalyst for what they claim will be the largest development in the Rose City in the next 10 years.
And without the tram, none of this would happen because there wouldn't be a link between OHSU and that building project.
But getting the tram project to fly hasn't exactly been a walk in the park. Severe engineering problems ballooned the project's price tag from around $15 million to more than $28 million. Backers say they found the extra cash, most of it from OHSU, but winning over the neighbors is another story.
It's not the best way to move people.
Jennifer Danlook lives in the tram zone. She also owns the local grocery, where she says conversation often includes a fine wine and talk of the tram.
As the budget has grown, the design has been, taken down and taken down and taken down.
Obviously, I want my business to do well, but I don't think growth is necessarily a bad thing in this neighborhood.
A neighborhood in the shadow of what could be Portland's future.
The City Council will review the designs and the final budget on April 28th. Construction could begin early next year with the tram up and running by 2006. 2 Portland police officers were in the hospital after a bad crash early Thursday morning. It happened at Northwest 14th and Everett as the officers were on their way to a call at the Greyhound bus depot. Police say their emergency lights were on when the patrol car hit an SUV. Rescue crews needed to use the jaws of life to get the officers out. The driver of the SUV was treated and released. Police say it's too early to tell who was at fault.
We're not able to verify what the traffic signals were telling either driver at this point.
Police say the investigation is still ongoing. As you saw a minute ago there, they used a special car to recreate crash conditions. A stranger stole his wheelchair, but today a North Portland man is hoping the kindness of strangers will help get it back. William Jones's power chair was stolen Monday night. The wheelchair was plugged in and charging up at the back of Jones's apartment complex when someone stole it. Jones is a diabetic who can barely walk, and he calls the chair his lifeline.
It's just sickening, and it's my only way to be able to get out and do any errands or anything, because I can't walk more than really 2 blocks.
Jones says his chair looked just like this one, except instead of red, it's bright blue. He says he's only had it for a few months and can't afford a new one. He's on disability and got his power chair through Medicare. If you've seen it or think you can help, call Portland Police East. Time for us to check the forecast. Here's Dave.
Joe, thank you. Cloudy skies are overhead again for today, and it looks like we'll keep some showers in the forecast as well. Here's the satellite picture. You can see another bright band of clouds tracking right in towards the Pacific Northwest, and that means more rain showers. And by midday, a good chance again of seeing some more thunder showers up and down the Willamette Valley, including here in the Portland-Vancouver area, and also up in the Cascades. Cold air, and that means more snow above the 3,500-foot elevation. So here's the forecast for Friday, folks. Showers out there. Afternoon thunder showers certainly likely, with west winds 5 to 15 miles an hour. And daytime highs only in the 50s. So again, well below normal for this time of the year. Daytime high for Portland 58, 55 in Oregon City. And on the extended forecast, well, we'll stay with this cool, showery pattern at least through Saturday afternoon. A break on Sunday, and then wetter weather returns by the first part of next week. Joe, over to you.
Dave, thanks very much. I'm Joe Donlin. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon on News Channel 8.
The best place to start your morning is right here on News Channel 8. From the first news of the day on Early Today with Natalie Morales, weekday mornings at 4:30. And News Channel 8 at sunrise.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
With Brenda Braxton, Russ Lewis, Dave Selesky weather, and traffic reports with Michael Convery. Then join Katie, Matt, Al, and Ann for America's #1 morning show, The Today Show. Northwest News Channel 8, where the news comes first.
CNN Headline News, 24/7.
I wasn't always up to speed on the internet.
Do you have any email for me?
But that was then. Now, thanks to Comcast, I am a broadband goddess.
Top Gamer 12 has rocked the building.
Comcast high-speed internet is always on, no dialing up, and multimedia is a snap. Their highest speed puts dial-up and DSL to shame.
I have DSL.
You're not at 3 megs? You got a life. What are you looking at?
If you ask me, it's the killer app.
That was then. This is Comcast.
Care One Debt Management Program. It is your path out.
The people who provide Care One credit counseling services know how to help you get out of debt and get on with your life.
People are truly amazed when they call us and they see what we can do to help.
Look for a solution today.
Call us because we can do amazing things.
Talk to the people who can help, to the people who care. Call or visit online for Care One credit counseling today.
Care One for you.
A new report says some of Iraq's nuclear resources are unguarded and up for grabs.
Could Congress become the next focus of the 9/11 Commission hearings? We're going to find out.
And Kill Bill is back at the box office, and so is actress Uma Thurman. We'll talk with the film star coming up.
How you doing? Go for it.
Welcome. This is Headline News Tonight. I'm Michael Galanos.
And I'm Rudi Bakhtiar. We begin with some potentially disastrous news from the United Nations Nuclear Watchdog Agency. It appears that some of Iraq's nuclear facilities are unguarded and radioactive materials are being taken out of the country. The International Atomic Energy Agency says satellite images show extensive removal of equipment. In addition, large quantities of radioactive material from Iraq have turned up in European scrap yards. The IAEA has been unable to monitor or even protect Iraqi nuclear materials since the U.S.-led invasion.
U.S. Marines in Fallujah say they have seen insurgents loading weapons in and out of